Some childhood stories leave us laughing. Some stay in our memories. Some leave us with questions. And some stories refuse to die. This is the one tale a boy never forgot. Not when he became a teenager. Not when he became a father. And not after the night he found his grandmother's body. When he was 10, his grandmother moved into the family home. It happened roughly 6 months after his grandfather passed away. She'd been alone ever since, rattling around inside her quiet old house, surrounded by nothing but fading photographs and heavy memories. So despite his mother's hesitation, his parents invited Grandma to live with them. The boy didn't mind. He adored her. She was warm, loud, always laughing. She carried boiled sweets in her pockets like treasure, slipping them to him when no one was looking. And when he got in trouble, Grandma became his shield. But what he loved most were her stories. She had stories for every mood. Stories about World War II, long nights in cellars, distant explosions shaking windows. Stories about silly things she did while evacuated on the coast with friends, sneaking out past curfews, hiding cigarettes, chasing ships. Some stories made him grin. Some stories made him sad. But the ones that truly had his attention were the frightening ones. She claimed she dabbled in the occult as a teen. Ouija boards, fortunes, tarot rituals. Even now, she spoke about the supernatural in a way that made it feel real. Most of the scary tales vanished from his head after a couple of days. Except one, the one about Mr. Longfingers and the shower. It started innocently. The boy had asked his grandma why she spent hours bathing, lighting candles and humming softly, rather than taking quick showers like everyone else. Baths are the only place I can truly relax, she said. Showers are dangerous. She leaned in closer, close enough for him to count the tiny wrinkles around her eyes, and lowered her voice. For people like me, people who are sensitive to what moves in the unseen. The boy shivered. He pulled his blanket up toward his chin. Why dangerous? He asked. Grandma turned toward the window, letting moonlight fall across her face. It's only risky if you shut your eyes, she whispered. If you keep them closed for more than 10 seconds. He stared at her. But why? She asked him if he'd ever played that game at school, where one kid stands facing away and everyone else tries to sneak closer without being seen. He nodded. That's what happens in the shower, she said. Only the one creeping closer isn't a friend. It's Mr. Longfingers. The boy swallowed. Who is that? No one knew for certain, Grandma claimed. Some say he's drawn to warmth and scent. Some say he slips into our world through the thick clouds of steam. And the only people who have ever truly seen him, her voice dropped to a rattling whisper, they can't tell you about it. The boy's breath caught. Why not? Grandma didn't answer right away. She leaned closer, her eyes locked on his. Sweetheart, she said quietly, just remember the rules. He nodded nervously. When you're in the shower, keep your eyes closed for as little time as possible. 5 seconds is okay. 10 seconds is pushing it. But once you pass 15, his voice trembled. What happens? Her answer was barely audible. You'll start to feel someone in the room with you, watching you. And then you might hear it. Hear what? The tapping, she said. 3 light taps on the glass door. Fingertips. He taps to let you know he's finally close. And if you hear that noise, Grandma added, you must promise me something. What? Don't. Open your eyes. That night, sleep avoided him completely. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw a pale face staring through his window. He tossed and turned until dawn. When dreams did come, they were twisted, eyes floating in the dark, long fingers curling around his ankles, something cold brushing his cheek. Showers became the worst part of every day. He would squeeze shampoo into his palms and shut his eyes tight, counting quickly. The warm water roared in his ears. A pressure would settle behind him. Not sound, not movement, but presence. His heart would pound. He'd imagine the glass door fogged and shadowed. 8, 9. His pulse thundered. His eyes would snap open. Soap burned them, but he didn't care. He would peer through the haze just to confirm the bathroom was empty. Every shower became a sprint. His mother eventually noticed his nightmares. One night, she found him crying in his sleep. He confessed everything. Grandma's folklore, the rules, the tapping, and his mother was furious. Not at him, but at Grandma. That night, through the thin wall, the boy heard every whispered argument. "She told him a creature will get him in the shower," his mother hissed. "He's terrified." His father attempted to calm her, but she demanded they speak. to Grandma the next morning. Grandma visited the boy's room the next night. She didn't bring sweets. She didn't smile. She sat at the edge of his bed, silhouetted by moonlight. "You know I'd never let anything hurt you," she said. Her voice trembled. "I just tell you these stories so you grow strong, so you're prepared. But maybe I went too far." She brushed his hair back gently. "I'll handle it," she whispered. "I'll make sure he doesn't come near you again. I'll scare him away myself." She forced a smile that did not reach her eyes. The boy nodded nervously. A week passed. Then before sunrise one morning, the boy jolted awake. A thud echoed from down the hall. The house was silent except for rushing water. The shower. Terror flooded him. Grandma loved baths, never showers. He sprinted down the hallway, slamming his fists against the bathroom door. "Grandma! Grandma!" No answer. He grabbed the handle, astonishingly unlocked, and flung the door open. Steam rolled out like smoke through the fog. He saw her, lying on the slippery tiles of the shower. Water pounding her lifeless body. Her eyes bulged wide. One hand clutched her chest, frozen, but the other hand trailed long streaks across the misted glass, as if she'd been clawing to escape something. Before his father pulled him back and chaos swallowed the house, he saw enough to scar him forever. Doctors called it a heart attack. They said she passed quickly without suffering. His father repeated it over and over, hoping the words would calm him. But the boy didn't believe it. Not then, not now. As an adult, he still refuses showers. His wife tolerates his obsession with baths, although she doesn't understand. She assumes it's leftover trauma from seeing a dead relative. Their children roll their eyes. They'll never understand. No one will. Because after the ambulance left that morning, the boy crept back into the bathroom, heart hammering. The steam lingered on the glass door of the shower. He touched the surface gently. And that's when he noticed something horrifying. Those streak marks weren't only inside the glass. They were carved from the outside too, as if something with long fingers had been tapping to get in. Some stories fade, but this one? He showers with his eyes open forever, because you never forget the sound. Tap, tap, tap. Mr. Long Fingers is patient, and steam makes a perfect doorway.